wearing myself. Alright, so we've got our wicked interview ready to go, and now we just need some slick looking footage. Since we won't be speaking directly on camera, we'll be capturing what's called B-roll. B-roll is footage that is supplemental to your main shot. So, if you were filming someone in an interview, like me on camera right now, that would be your main shot. You could even call that A-roll. And any footage that isn't your main shot would be considered B-roll. Could be close-ups of my hands, me outside, drawing, filming, etc. To get started, listen through your interview and pick out things that you could film. Then, create yourself a shot list, which is really just a point form list of shots that you want to get to put over top of your interview. So go out and get your footage. Other examples are shots of you doing your work or doing things that you enjoy. Get shots of objects that you work around, your tools, your space, things that bring you joy and show your personality. These will bring your video to life. And always make sure to shoot in landscape orientation, unless you're intentionally delivering to mobile platforms like TikTok. Make sure your footage is properly exposed. Don't let it get too light or too dark. And then shoot some slow-mo. Set your camera to film at a higher frame rate like 60 frames a second, or even 120 frames a second. Then you can slow it down when you're editing to get nice and silky smooth shots. So let's take a quick second to talk about frame rates. Most movies are shot at 24 FPS. News and sports is typically shot around 30, and that's often the default of your phone anyway. I always recommend shooting at 24 frames a second. It just looks more cinematic, but you can always shoot at whatever you want. It's all personal preference. I also recommend shooting in 1080p resolution. That's typically the best mixture of quality and file size for video. You can shoot at 4K, but that'll take up way more space and isn't really necessary. If you're filming yourself, use a tripod. I'm always using a tripod to get stationary shots. And if not using a tripod, make sure you keep your footage super steady. Nothing looks more amateur like shaky handheld footage. So lock in your elbows and do some slow, sweeping movements to get a great mix of shots that will make your videos more exciting. Think of it kind of like Tai Chi, but with a camera. Get high, get low, pan side to side, get close, and go wide. It's always better to grab more footage than you initially think you need. I can't count how many times I went home to edit and didn't have enough video to finish. So get lots of footage. And really trying to hold a shot for at least 5 to 10 seconds, that just gives you more to work with later. Alright, you've got your footage, and in the next episode, we're going to start assembling it all together. See you then.